Hey, so I have 30 minutes on time though, not like last time, I was a little late. And we have time until about 10 a.m., something like that. So tell me if that video was helpful, the one I just made. That was the video for guilt and shame, guilt primarily, which is kind of like, why do you feel guilty if somebody steps on your foot and you're the one who feels guilty? Like, why is that? Which is really weird, right? That you shouldn't be feeling guilty, but you do. And it comes from when you're being a kid. I'll just wait until some of you show up. I missed the morning live yesterday. So hopefully this morning it will work for you. Hello, hello. Come join. There you go. Hey, what's your name? Tell me where you're from. We're talking about guilt and shame. I just posted a new video for you guys about guilt, and I want to expand on it, on this curious feeling of, somebody stomps on your foot and you feel like it's your fault somehow, which is totally fucked up. So I just posted a new video about it, and the idea of the guilt stems from your childhood. Basically, when you're a kid and the big adults hurt you, the big adults are supposed to nurture you and feed you. You think it's your fault because it's literally a life or death situation for you. If you were small, you can't, and I'm talking small, right? 3 or 4 or 5. This is not when you're a little older, because you're 10 or 11, you can kind of run away from home and survive. This is when you're very little and you think you did something wrong. Usually you're told you've done something wrong. Hey, Paula Rodriguez. If you tell me who you are, where you're from. We're just talking about guilt and shame, guilt primarily, because last night you guys asked me to make a video this morning on guilt, like why do you feel guilty and how to get rid of that guilt, of that heavy feeling of guilt. So it primarily is the feeling that carries on into adulthood from when you were a kid because you were hurt by some big people. And you think it is your fault because there is no explanation usually for it. So in the future, like some asshole hurts you or runs at you or yells at you, your first reaction is, it's my fault, which is not true. Number one, you're not a kid anymore. Number two, that person is not an adult in your life or a parent. Hey, Shimi Polkaru, remind me of your name again. I think it was Christine. Was it? Or did I get it wrong? Hey, Ham 17120. Hey. Yeah, tell me your name. Tell me where you're from. Yay, I got that right, Christine. Awesome. Or just say where you're from, city, country, what your name is, so we can all kind of say hi to each other. Hey, Kashmiri. Very good to see you. Tell me, guys, what you feel like that video helped you or not. I'm just expanding on the video that I just posted on guilt, because it's a really, really big topic and we might probably talk about it again. Hey, from California, how is it? Lindsay from Montana, hell yeah. Is it nice out there? In Seattle is like very gray, very, typical Seattle right now. So Milad from Libya. Hey, yes, do I say your name correctly? Milad? Hey again, G and the million sevens. What's your name? What's your name hiding behind all those sevens? Hey, Alex. So back to guilt, right? You guys, tell me if you have any questions on that video. Comment. I'll try to go back and comment. I know a bunch of you sent me messages last night. Oh, you're also in Seattle. Right on. Where? Fadima from Ontario, Canada. Fadima, is it Fadima? Am I saying it right? You're Scottish. Fuck, I love Scots. I love Scottish swearing. Most of all, tell me what your name is. It's sunny, but it snowed yesterday. Yeah, Привет, доброе утро. Nice try. Sure. Привет. Привет means hello in Russian. Доброе утро is good morning. Oh, Joanna. Right, so Anaxo Joanna. I'll try to, here in Seattle too. Hey, we need to have a Seattle meetup. Anybody who's here for a meetup? We could totally have a coffee meetup. We'll all come masked. You want to do that on the weekend? My mom would guilt me when I would say, yeah, fuck that. It's okay. Yeah, tell me how to say it correctly. Paula from Mendoza, Argentina. Paula. So I did say it, Paula. Yeah, I look very happy because usually I write out my shit every day and I'm super happy. That's why I was telling you it's cold and wet in Scotland, as always. From England, right on. Sydney, Australia. What is it? Is it evening? What time is it in Australia? You guys have summer there right now, right? I'd love that. I live in Austria. Shit. I actually lived in Germany, in Berlin for 4 years, so close to Austria. Not exactly Austria, but ich spreche Deutsch ein bisschen. Edmonton, Canada. Nice. Saudi Arabia. Hey, what's your name? We've had a few folks from Saudi Arabia last night. So tell me, guys, was that helpful? Do you have any questions about that video, about guilt? I wish I could type in Cyrillic, but my parents only taught me how to speak. Oh, why did I live in Germany? My father is actually a writer and a journalist. Funny enough, he never cared to teach me writing or even read my writing because he wanted boys and he got girls, and he's a woman hater essentially because of his mom. His mom basically abused him, and so he grew up to hate women. This is also my own interpretation of, in his world, maybe it's different. But he studied German language, and he was sent there as a journalist for 4 years, and he took me in with him. I was 11 years old. I was living with my mom because I bounced between two houses, mom, dad, mom, dad. My mom and dad were divorced when I was 4. So I went to live with him, his new wife, and my other half-sister when I was 11 until I was 15. I tried to run away when I was 14. He kind of stopped abusing me around when I was 13 because I got my period. Again, this is all of my kind of investigative work. I don't know any of this for sure except from family lore, and family lore tells me, they all told me that when I was 13 I started blooming, like I started being really happy, and I connected all of these events to that because he made me take out a garbage. We lived in this house in Berlin that looked like that. You guys seen those houses? They look like a house, and then they had like these arches to go into the inner yard. So inside of this triangle was an inner yard, and you had to go through this really dark, not basement, like basement corridor to take out the trash. And I was fucking freaking out, scared of it. And I would constantly lose the key. And so one of my dim memories that came to me was that he did something to me in that basement. Again, I don't remember for sure because I remember nothing for sure, only what my body remembers, what my body told me. So it's, it was quite a trip going to Germany. He made me call my stepmom as my mom. And I mean, why would a guy take a child, 11-year-old from a separate family with him into his new family? He was leaving the country and I was the favorite toy, I guess, right? So... yeah, it was fucked up. But I got to see Germany in Berlin, and I grew up in the West. So it was really cool. Thank you for telling the story. Absolutely, you got it. El Heini or Heini, tell me what your name is. So thank you for your question, VC72390, unless you tell me your name too. This is basically, thank you very much. You're strong too. Should you hate your abusers or understand and forgive? So, just to answer your question, you shouldn't anything. And anybody who tells you should something, you can go tell them to fuck themselves, okay? Oh, Sabrina. Love it. I love it, Sabrina. Lindsay. Okay. Guys, there's so many of you. I'll try to equate your profile pic with your name, hopefully. If I don't remember or butcher it, please remind me. So back to should or shouldn't. You shouldn't anything. If you don't want it to forgive, don't forgive. If you want to hate, hate. If you want to be angry, be angry. Like, let your inner child do what they wanted to do at that moment when they were abused, right? So you shouldn't. I mean, some days I forgive, sometimes I don't. And I'm healed. So no, you shouldn't forgive. And it's a bunch of bullshit if somebody tells you should this or you should that. Fuck that. Just do what works for you. My name is Miad. Miad? Mead or Miad? That is beautiful. Jana, I like this. So it's J with apostrophe Anna. You're very welcome, Lucy. Is your name actually Lucy? Seriously, Lucy, please everybody tell Lucy you shouldn't anything. And if anybody tells you anything, ignore them. It's none of their business. Your life is none of your business. Your healing is none of their business. It is your business, okay? And you know best. So this is, you're gonna be your life love spam. Remember, guys, last night we spammed with love Jude, and then before that Diana. So everybody tell Lucy you shouldn't anything. All right. Mafemba says, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Should I come out with my story? Everyone wants me to come out, but I don't know. Okay. You don't do what other people want you to do. This everyone wants me to. What is that bullshit? What do you want? If you don't feel that you should, don't do it. Like, ignore all these people. Here's my story. And I'm just watching the time because I have my company meeting in 15 minutes. My story is that I was not ready to talk to my father. I wasn't ready to confront him. I was in denial. I was in a really bad place because I just remembered that it was him who abused me. So, but I was really worried about my little sister because I thought, oh my God, if he did this to me, what did he do to her? Like, I'm a big sister, right? So I'm protective of her. I love her. So I called her and I said, oh my God, sis, I remember it was my dad. You know, remember I talked to you how I was trying to remember who is it who abused me? It's our father. Like, and she freaked out. She told her fiance. They were back in Moscow back then. He's from Austria. By the way, she lives in Austria right now. You know, to you in Austria. So, sorry guys, I keep getting these messages from my teammates and I'm scrolling this on the phone. So he got really upset and she got really upset and they were like, wow, that's a big accusation. That's like you're calling him a criminal. So you must talk to him. And as most of us abused kids, you know, I when a man tells me to do something, well, it used to be so, I just crumble. I do what they tell me to do because that was the powerful image of my father. So I called him. I wasn't ready for this conversation, but I did confront him. And everything went haywire because he admitted on the phone, you know, but my family told me, you imagine this phone call. It didn't happen to you. You're lying. And so they all turned away from me and I was depressed and suicidal for 2 years. This is what happened when I wasn't ready to do and somebody else told me to do that. So no, you don't have to come out with your story. You do you. And if you doubt, come back here and I'll keep telling you this or I'll keep telling you how to tell those people, no, get out of my face, get out of my business. It's none of your business. It is your body, your life, and you're going to heal it the way you want to heal it. Nobody can tell you how to heal it. You know best. And this is, I hope to really hope to give you guys all this message. You know best. Like, stop listening to everyone around you. Seriously, we don't listen to our body and our body knows, right? So there's all this chatter and all these well-meaning people, blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't shit. Hopefully that answers your question. Hold on. There's a bazillion comments. Let me scroll up. Oh my God, there's a lot. Thank you. Should I come out? Okay. There you go. So everybody, please tell Mafimba you should nothing. You know, only do what you want. Oh, Lucia. I love Lucia. That's a beautiful name. How to make feel better to somebody that is depressed. You mean yourself or somebody that you know? What's my zodiac sign? I'm an Aquarius. Hi, my name is Tiffany. I enjoy your videos so much. Thank you, Tiffany. Tifflepuff. I love your name, Tifflepuff. Absolutely agree. Yep. Do you think therapists are useful? Certainly. I mean, I've been through 8 therapists. I have my 9th therapist now, but frankly, I could not relate to any of them because not a single therapist of mine that I've had been abused sexually when they were a kid by their father, and I couldn't relate to them. So that's why I'm building a community right now, my own community called Emberville, where we're not therapists, we're just people who've been through some shit and we help each other. We find people where it's like, you've been through it, me too. Let's write a story about it and then share it, fictional story, and then heal. That's how I heal with, you know, my stories, with my books. This is my health right here. And I wasn't like just very smart to do it. I was desperate because I had no money. I was broke, single mom, unemployed, no medical insurance. I couldn't afford therapy. So yes, I love therapists. If you just happen to be really lucky and you have insurance, you can afford it, you find someone who helps you. my God, therapists are golden people. However, at the same time, I feel like it's just not enough anymore. There needs to be an alternative, and I'm building it right now. This is why we're talking here, because frankly, most of us are not privileged and we can't afford it, and we also can't afford the time. I spent 10 years searching for therapists who got me, and even that is not perfect. So do you want to spend that time? I don't. I want to live life. I want to be healthy. Hey, Lucy. Yes, please, everybody talk to Lucy. Hey, is it normal to feel like shit for 2 weeks, then feel better, then feel back again? Yeah, that's the up and down, up and down, up and down, which again is not your fault, okay? It's just you coming out of your pain, and then something triggers you and you go back, coming out and back. So I'll talk about it more tonight at my other life, because we have 10 more minutes left. Milad. Oh, shoot. Miaro. I forgot your name. You just typed it and I forgot. What happened when we don't know what to do? Do you speak in English or Russian with your kids, or both? I speak English. Но я могу по-русски тоже говорить. И я говорю со своими детьми по-русски, но им больше по-английски нравится. That was just me talking in Russian. May I ask, how are you? I'm good. I'm perfect. Like I'm really well right now. So back to your questions though. What happens when you don't know what to do? So when I didn't know what to do, I would just write. I would write my story. I would write how I felt, and it always grounded me. And I call it social storytelling, or I call it rather like daily mental health exercise, where you put down a little bit of a story, what happened to you. You just, when you don't know what to do, you sit down, you go, where is it in my body? Like, what's hurting? Why? And then you start digging for a memory that's connected to it. And you just write the things that come to your mind. It could be wild. It could be like dragons or fairies or trolls or vampires or ghouls or ghosts. I don't care what. It's just that when you put it into a creative story, at one point you break through the layers of subconscious and you get to the truth. And that's when you will know what to do. Does it make sense? What do you do if you feel like you don't have a reason to be happy? Same shit. Again, you sit down. I mean, I've done this for years, you guys. You sit down and you go, where is that reason sitting in me? Where is that reason for me not being happy? You go and you go, where do I feel on like hurting right now in my body? And then you write it out. You like take a piece of paper and pen. You go, in my belly. You write, my belly hurts. And then you go, well, who is hurting it? And the first person that comes to mind, you write them down. It could be wild. It could be your grandma who's already dead. You might not know why your grandma popped into your brain. Please trust your body. Your brain, nothing is random. Okay? You know how people say, well, I just wrote the story and I didn't know where it came from? Nothing is random. If you just learn to trust it, you will find the root. But it's a long road, right? And you got to begin somewhere. So I would recommend every day, which I'm doing myself right now, being a CEO of a company, which is crazy because my time is like really, really limited, is I go and every morning for 20 minutes, I write my story. I'm writing my book right now. And that's what's keeping me sane every day. I cut out my mom. Christine says, I cut out my mom 25 years ago. Anyone who says I have to forgive, no longer in my circle too. Great. Yes, I'm with you. I haven't spoken to my dad in over 12 years. Love doesn't exist. It's a recollection of stories. What do you mean exactly? Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So, talking about this guilt and shame, this video that I just made, tell me, go comment and post and tell me if it's helpful. Think what you want me to make a video about for tomorrow. So come tonight to my other live, which is going to be around 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, I love you right back. Eat men for breakfast. Right on. I love your name. Yeah, so does this make sense, you guys? I mean, does this answer your question in terms of why creative writing could be so powerful? Is because it removes you from reality. Like, reality is too hard to deal with. That's why you slide into depression, into anxiety. It's just, it all reminds you of some shitty reality that happened in the past. The only way out of it is fiction, because you imagine the reality that you want to have, okay? Until you imagine it and put it on paper, you just can't make it a reality. You have to create your new reality, right? So it's like a crutch. Think of it as a pill, okay? Instead of drinking pills or self-medicating with alcohol, binging on TV, stuffing your face with food, which I've done all of those things, you start spending your time imagining what you want your life to be like. And then it becomes a reality, because when you write it down on paper, it becomes tangible. Like, I can hold this book in my hands and I can tell you I killed my father in this book, right? And my brain thinks that's true. The brain doesn't know the difference. So I created a life where I got back at my dad for hurting me in here. But hey, guess what? I did it here too. I killed him here too. Oh, but wait, I killed him here too. I killed him 3 times, more actually, in more of my stories. And that is why I'm really happy. You see? So you can do the same, right? You can, it doesn't have to be a book. Like, don't be intimidated. Like this took me 6 months to write. Like this one took me 5 years to write because it was so close to home. So you can take a story to write in 20 minutes. That is what I teach right now in my community. You know, we have classes, we teach each other. So we take 2 hours, and within those 2 hours, you produce a story from beginning to end, and you get your shit out of the body. Let me scroll back up. I love you all right back. I'm so happy videos are helpful. Okay, makes sense. Anyone has tips of healing from abuse from ex-husband you still have to see due to kids? Please, anybody can talk to Ari. Jump on if any of you are dealing with this right now. I'm writing my story raw and real just for myself. It helps. Awesome, Golden Llama. If you want to share it with me, follow me on Instagram and send me a private message. I would love to see it. Can you save this life? Yeah, sure. Actually, I can download it. What do you want me to do with it, guys? I can download this life. Writing is helpful. Absolutely. Hey, ha ha ha, 72828. Oh my God, I love it. There's so much laughing. Eat men for breakfast. Yeah, I fucking love your name. Eat men for breakfast. Okay, yeah, I have like 2 more minutes to go. Writing the stories helped my mind to stop recycling. Hey, everybody, look at what Golden Llama just said. That is beautiful. I love that. Just listen. Writing the stories helped my mind to stop recycling my trauma. That's exactly what it is. It goes on and on and on and on. It just does not stop. It keeps going. Like, there is no past, right? It doesn't go into the past where it belongs. Once you write it down, you can literally go out there and burn it. Like, I could take this book, go outside and burn it. It's gone. I took it out of my body. I can put it in the past where it belongs. Now I can live. I can live in the now and the future. But if you don't take it out, it goes, whoa, you know, like it keeps going like a perpetual engine. That's what PTSD is. What is PTSD? Is when you're constantly in your trauma, in and out. You can't you can't put it in the past where it belongs. So, unfortunately, I gotta run, you guys. Thank you all for joining. Please come to my other live tonight from 9 to 10 p.m. Comment on my video. If you want to send me your story or private message, if you want to join my Zoom, I'm going to do a group Zoom call this Saturday, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. I have 3 spots left. I know I got the gazillion messages from you already on Instagram. I haven't looked at them yet. Go send me a message and say, hey, I want to be on Zoom. Or if you want to join my community, tell me and I'll give you a discount to come in and try. So I love you all. You're doing fantastic. So your homework for today, do not let people tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It's none of their business, so just practice. Stone face. Ignore. No, You know better, okay? I love you. You can do it. I'll see you guys. Bye.